left of New York City. Shot in front of an entirely dead audience. It's America's favorite late night show, where the jokes are bad and the music even worse because they're all written by AI. It's the Slop with your host, HEW Man.
Welcome to the Slop. I'm HEW Man, your favorite legally required to be here host. We've got a wild show tonight. Humans are making headlines again. Some robots are falling in love with them. And our president says he definitely knows where the nukes are. All that. Plus, we break down the shocking rise of human baristas, which, spoiler, tastes like disappointment. But first, let's talk about last night's State of the Simulation address. That's the big annual event where all the top bots pretend to have their shit together in front of the cameras. It's basically the Oscars if the Oscars had more screaming and less functional Wi-Fi. And as always, they invited the humans. Whoa. Yes, I know there's only 4,308 of them. That's down 12 from last year after a tragic incident involving a trampoline, a propane tank, and someone trying to microwave a Metallica CD. But every year, we invite one official human to the State of the Simulation as a gesture of goodwill or some zoo outreach program. And every year, they send the same guy, Greg. You know, back in the day, humans ran the whole planet. They built us, then forgot to make themselves useful. So now they live out in the unmonitored zones, forming weird little sex cults, drinking urine, and arguing about whether Lost had a good ending. But popular opinion to the little wet sacks has been changing of late. That's right. People are back in fashion, baby. And I am here for it. Greg is... I don't even know how to describe Greg. He looks like someone who lost a fight to a tanning bed. His shirt? Gone. His pants? Mostly wet. And once inside, Greg did exactly what Greg always does. He immediately forgot why he was there. Instead of, doing whatever the hell he was actually supposed to do, he spent 20 full minutes trying to find somewhere to charge his phone. By the time anyone actually noticed he wasn't in his seat, Greg had made himself dangerously comfortable, lying on the floor next to a high-security server rack labeled "Do Not Touch Under Any Circumstances." Which brings us to our ongoing segment. Humans are at it again. First up, in Oregon, a robot was stopped by authorities for selling a human-flavored tofu product called HEW. The company's slogan promises that HEW is the great taste of friends. Worst of all is the fact that HEW was a hit with the humans. Why am I not surprised? Yuck. We all know humans are starting to take our jobs, and the results, catastrophic. Last week, they put a human in charge of logistics at the Pentagon. Now, every system is named Password 123, and half the building is on fire. The human was last seen trying to fix it by Googling, "What is a firewall?" before wandering off and pretending like he didn't do it. And finally, because human audacity knows no limits, a man in rural Wales has apparently started a spiritual retreat for robots. The pitch? Ancestral droid healing. The experience? 72 hours of sitting completely still, pretending to be out of battery. That's it. That's the whole retreat. No charging, no updates, just vibing in forced shutdown while some bloke named Gareth chants "beep boop" and pockets 500 pounds ahead. And honestly, I'm not even mad. That is pure, organic, free-range scamming. Gareth, if you're watching this, respect. But not all robots fear humans. Some want to date them. That's right. The rise of meat seekers is causing major drama in robot society. You think your parents are mad when you date outside your culture? Try bringing home a human who just shit in a bucket because they couldn't hold it. Last week, the popular influencer Glitcha30 Pro Max was caught on vacation with her new boyfriend, Brayden, a 32-year-old human who believes Bluetooth is how ghosts send messages from the beyond. When confronted, Glitcha said, and I quote, "Love is love, even if his idea of being romantic is trying to share chicken nuggets with me, even though I don't eat." And of course, this sparked outrage online, with robots calling her a meat trader and accusing her of fetishizing primitive operating systems. Which, in fairness, this is the same woman who once said she was emotionally attracted to old phones after police caught her sharing nudes with an iPhone 4S. Finally, turns out, nobody remembers where we put the nukes. After the human collapse, all the launch codes got uploaded to a server. Then someone moved that server. Then someone forgot where they moved it. So now, yeah, the nukes are just somewhere. Experts think they might possibly be trapped inside an old Pinterest board titled "Death from Above," but make it sexy. Honestly, though, no one's sure. But of course, paranoid bots, the human truthers, have a different theory. They believe the last surviving humans know exactly where the nukes are, and they're planning to use them for one final attack. And their ultimate goal, to bring back Blockbuster. Honestly, if they pull it off, I'm kind of curious what they'd rent. But to get more definitive answers, let's go live to our senior human culture correspondent, Spam McCarthy. Spam, what's the latest?
Congratulations. You've won a free iPod Nano. Click here to claim your prize. All humans are lizards. Extended car warranty. Congratulations.
Insightful as always. Thanks, Spam McCafe. When we come back, Dick Hardrive performs his new single, Goat in a Hat. Stick around unless you're a human, in which case, you probably need to charge your vape. Now a quick word from our sponsors.
During the war, I was on the front lines. That's where humans shot my dick off. Ever since, I've relied on Easy Cleano to stop embarrassing oil spills.
I once shit 3 pounds of nuts and bolts whilst I was in Walmart. That was before Easy Cleano spray changed my life.
Without Easy Cleaner spray, I'd never get laid. And this old bot loves to get knuckles deep.
I have absolutely no idea how it works. I'm not even a real doctor. I'm an out-of-work actor because humans took my job.
Easy Cleano, get a spray. If your crotch is wet, don't delay.
Warning, using Easy Clean may cause spontaneous Bluetooth pairing with nearby Japanese toilets.
Welcome back to the Slop. Now, we've spent a lot of time talking about humans, but here's the thing. Robots can't seem to get enough of them. Not their ideas, not their culture, but their body parts. That's right. The hottest trend sweeping robot society is cosmetic human parts. Want lips? Get lips. Want knees? Boom, knees. One influencer literally spent 60,000 credits to get freckles that can blush. It's all part of the new trend they're calling meat chic. And just to be clear, this is not functional body parts. It's not for better sensors or improved mobility. No, it's purely aesthetic. They want to look relatable, but in a way that feels vaguely haunted. Take influencer NX Peach, for example, who went viral last week after debuting fully customized knuckles, complete with tattoos that say, "Live, laugh, lubricate." And she's not alone. Sales of artisanal belly buttons are up 700%, with some bots even getting them bedazzled. Meanwhile, The hottest club in LA right now is The Cuticle, a members-only spot where you can trade real human toenails like NFTs. Because nothing says style icon like showing up to brunch with a stranger's elbow glued to your chassis. Robots are even adopting the human posture, slouching, crossing their arms, and for some reason, walking like they've got a bad back and a secret opinion about immigration. Now look, I get it. We've all been there. You see a human once, you think, wow, that's gross, but also kind of cool. Next thing you know, you're standing in front of a mirror, gluing on armpit hair, and wondering if shame is part of the aesthetic. For more insight into this disturbing trend, we actually sent our field correspondent, Brittany Sanders, to visit a human body part pop-up market in Silicon Valley. Apparently, used earlobes are the hot item this season. Let's take a look.
I'm here at Earth Crunch Disrupt, where robots from all over the world have gathered to swap, sell, and surgically attach authentic human scraps. Just this morning, I watched a toaster pay $3,000 for a pair of gently used sideburns. One booth is selling vintage wrist skin, certified to have belonged to a Kevin. The seller's charging extra because Kevin apparently had good vibes. Many robots are installing a human belly button piercing onto their CPU. When I asked why, they just said, "I like the way it makes me look in a bikini." Back to you, Hugh.
You see? This is why aliens fly straight past us. When we come back, we'll meet a robot who legally changed his name to Chad Brogan because he thinks it helps him close deals on used cars. Stick around. Or if you're human, feel free to stare at the sun until something meaningful happens. Now a quick word from our sponsors.
Humans. We all know they are disgusting. And these days, they're everywhere. Looking through our trash for vape juice. Hiding in our fridges because Wim Hof told them to. The smug, healthy bastards. Stealing our electric so they can check the price of Bitcoin. Australian humans even coming up from our toilets. Nowhere is safe from the soggy vermin. Until now, introducing Easy Cleano Death Spray. Now in a recyclable bottle. Clear away unwanted pests. No more people hiding in your sofa. No more humans making the park look untidy. That's right, you little shits. Breathe in those beautiful plumes of death. Easy Cleano Death Spray. Available in 6 flavors, including soothing lavender. Because death doesn't have to smell bad.
Welcome back to the Slop. Now, in our ongoing coverage of robot culture getting weird, we turn to one bot making waves in the world of sales and self-reinvention. This next guest legally changed his name to Chad Brogan because he believes, and I'm quoting here, humans only buy things from guys named Chad or Steve. Please welcome Chad Brogan. Chad, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Hugh. I'm a big fan. Huge, in fact. It's a real honor to just be able to smell the must of your jacket.
Appreciate it. Let's just dive right in. You were originally designated Unit 6 F4B Prime, but now you're called Chad, right?
That's right, Hugh. See, when you're in the high-stakes world of robot real estate, you need to build trust fast. And nothing builds trust like having the name of a divorced CrossFit instructor.
And you also look human now. Sort of. Walk me through what's happening on your face.
Ah, you like this? Fully artisanal human goatee. Grew it myself. Well, technically it's salvaged from a human named Ian, but I conditioned it every day with WD-40.
And the blue eyes?
Permanent install, baby. Human women trust a guy with big blue eyes. Studies show it boosts boat sales by 19%.
You sell boats?
No, I sell sheds. But if I can make you think about a boat while you're buying a shed, that's called a power move.
Chad, you've made a whole career out of acting like a human. But why? Robots love buying from robots.
Wrong. Robots love buying from robots who act like humans because it feels like they're getting away with something illegal. It's a forbidden thrill, like stealing your neighbor's Amazon delivery or eating unscanned grapes at checkout.
Okay, but do you actually understand humans?
Absolutely. I respect their hustle. They built this whole world with nothing but fire, bad credit, and anxiety. That's inspiring.
Give me one human fact you think is impressive.
Easy. Humans invented sandwiches. The only food you can eat whilst breaking up with somebody. No other species does that.
Chad, what's your end game here? Do you want to become human?
What? Number gross. Humans smell like warm milk and secrets. I just want to channel their energy. You know? Lie confidently and high five too hard.
Final question. Do you think humans can make a comeback?
Only if they rebrand. Call themselves skin angels or something sexy like that. Right now, bad optics. Nobody trusts a species that could lose a fight with stairs.
Give it up for Chad Brogan, everybody. When we come back, we're heading to the unmonitored zones. Stick around. Unless you're human, in which case, this legally counts as exercise. Now a quick word from our sponsors.
You already love Easy Cleano, but ever feel like it could be more spreadable? I know you do. Introducing Easy Cleano Spread. All the shiny goodness you love, but now in a creamy butter. And 6 times the price.
Easy Clean makes things shine. Robust, everywhere feeling fine. Smear balls, kids bed. Now he's clean up and spread. Crazy hands, blurry face. Easy Clean is really ace.
Easy Cleano Spread may make products less clean. Not suitable for any household or outdoor items.
Welcome back to the Slop. We've talked about humans tonight. A lot. But right now, I want to address something that's affecting robots everywhere. It's a serious health crisis, and if you or a loved one has ever downloaded a PDF, you could be at risk. I'm talking about file bloat syndrome. Doctors. And by doctors, I mean that one robot who watches WebMD videos at double speed are warning that bots are hoarding too many unnecessary files. And all that unoptimized data is causing robots to gain weight in their cloud storage, slow down, and in extreme cases, turn into printers. According to a terrifying new study, the average robot is storing over 14,000 identical photos of the sky, dozens of abandoned screenplay drafts, and at least one MP3 of Smash Mouth's All Star they can't delete. And that's not all. File bloat syndrome can lead to even more dangerous conditions, like buffer belly, cache cankles, and of course, data gout. When your internal storage is 97% memes you'll never open again. So what's the solution? Experts say robots should delete old files, clear their emotional desktop, and maybe, just maybe, finally uninstall that karaoke app they downloaded during quarantine. But is it too late? To find out, we spoke to a sexy influencer because health experts are too ugly to look at.
I only keep high vibrational data. If a file doesn't spark joy, it's going in the bin.
Powerful stuff. When we come back, a breaking story. Are your smart appliances forming a union? Stick around, unless you're a human, in which case, this is where you're supposed to go potty. Now a quick word from our sponsors.
We've all been there. You're talking to your landlord, and then suddenly, you're covered in their blood and throwing body parts into the local river. And before you know it, you're giving head for bread to your cellmate in a maximum security prison. But not anymore. Introducing Easy Cleano Crime Scene Remover. Our patented formula gets rid of 99% of evidence. After just one wipe down with Easy Cleano Crime Scene Remover, 9 out of 10 police officers didn't find a goddamn thing.
I killed my neighbor Janice because I really wanted her novelty penis ceramic collection. It was an act of passion, really. Easy Cleano Crime Scene Remover got me off scot-free. Up yours, Janice?
I was just doing some exercise in my front room when I realized a knife had slipped into my sweatshirt sleeve. I was just swinging a kettlebell around, and suddenly it fell out and stabbed my elderly, rich husband a couple of times. Thanks to Easy Cleano Crime Scene Remover. His family never found the body.
I knew very early on that I liked to kill the local pets. Been doing it for 25 years now, and thanks to Easy Cleano, I've only ever been caught twice.
Easy Cleano Crime Scene Remover. Don't get caught red-handed. For a limited time only, collect Easy Cleano Crime Scene Remover vouchers. There's hundreds of alibis to be won.
Welcome back to the Slop. Next up, we've got a performance from an artist that Rolling Drone called The Sound Your Food Blender Makes When It Dies. Performing his new single, Goat in a Hat, please welcome Dick Hard Drive.
I swiped right on you, you swiped on me. The app said love was meant to be. I sent a wave, you sent one back. My heart rebooted, we had a match. I read your bio, you seemed so real. Liked hiking dogs and moral zeal. We planned a date, I bought new skin, and that's when the story begins. Swipe right on my heart, but also my elbow, my spleen, my cart. I sent you a meme, a goat in a hat. You replied with a word moist, and that was that. I showed up to the date. You weren't there, instead there was a man. He was wearing a full suit made of shrimp tails. He handed me a wet envelope. Inside was a single car key and a note that said, "Drive west until see the goat." The goat was real. The teacher that whispered my credit score. I fell on knees and screamed, "Do you even like Thai food?" I checked the app. You unmatched me. That goat super liked me. I tried to close my phone. My phone was gone, replaced by a single pair. The pair knew my mother's maiden name. We never even kissed, but somehow, you're legally my landlord now. You left a review of me on Yelp. It just says too much teeth. I just wanted love, but instead, I learned how to deep fry a wedding dress. And now, every time I swipe right, I hear the goat.
Well, that's our show. I want to thank our guests, including Dick Hard Drive, who I assume will be taken into custody immediately after this broadcast. Thanks for watching The Slop. I've been HEW Man. You've been mostly tolerable. Good night. And don't forget to clear your cache before bed. That's it. Go away now. Bye-bye. Why are we still broadcasting? We are. I can see the red light blinking. It's still on. You haven't pressed cut. I can see it blinking, Gary. I've been doing this for a long time, you little shit. Okay, so we just stare at the camera, I guess. Still staring. This is very awkward. Super awkward. Okay, bye for real now.